The new DJI Lito X1, a new drone under the 250 gram mark with great capabilities on paper. So is this the one to get? Not long ago we tested out the DJI Mini 5 Pro in 2026. And today I wanted to talk about the DJI Lito X1, a new addition to the DJI lineup. It looks like a drone that could be a potential DJI Mini 5 Pro killer. But to answer that question, no, it is not. I would actually say it's pretty evident how they place these drones. So this is the DJI Lito X1. I would call it a premium beginner drone. It is under the 250 gram mark, so that means it's much better for regulations, and this is a C0 category drone, meaning that regulations and just the things you can do with it are much better because of the weight class. And you can see that C0 on the bottom of the drone. Thanks to this, it's quieter, it's smaller, lighter, and even better for packing when you want to travel with it. But like I said, it is better for where you can fly and what you need to do before flying. And while this is a small drone, it has omnidirectional, so 360 degrees of obstacle avoidance. It has the two cameras on the top and bottom. I guess those get the top and the bottom, or I would say the 360 view, with the two LiDAR sensors on the front. So the two places here are actually two LiDAR scanners on the front for extra additional security. And by the way, this video is possible thanks to Megadrone here in Poland. They were nice enough to send me out the DJI Lito X1 for me to test out and see how I like it. Without them, this video would not be possible. If you're interested in drones, action cameras, well, check out the link down below for Megadrone. While this drone looks comparable to the DJI Mini 5 Pro, the sensor here is, while it's still nice for a consumer drone, this is a smaller sensor than the Mini 5 Pro. And because of that, it is gonna be a little bit of a downgrade to the Mini 5 Pro. But with this drone you can still take really great photos both in JPEGs and RAWs. So for content creators on the go, this is still amazing quality of imaging for a drone of this size. And while it is going to be a little bit under the 1-inch sensor of the Mini 5 Pro, this is still a pretty nice big sensor for a drone that seems to be replacing more something like the Mini 4K before this. Like I said, it feels through and through like a middle ground between a beginner and a beginner pro drone. So something like a premium beginner drone. And like I said, you can shoot in JPEGs and RAW, meaning that you can have those ready to use photos right away, or shoot in RAW and edit them in post-production to make those photos your own and really take out the most you can get out of the sensor. If you like the way I edit the RAW photos, check out the link down below for my Lightroom presets. You can shoot in 12 megapixel and 48 megapixel, but for daily usage, I would say that 12 megapixel is gonna look really good right away. But 48 megapixel is gonna take a little bit more space and time to shoot. As for the video, this can actually shoot in 4K 60 frames per second in HDR. Not only that, in 4K 100 frames per second and in D-Log-M in 10-bit. Meaning that, for example, you can shoot in 4K 60 frames per second with 10-bit and D-Log-M, making this a really capable drone at this size and price range. Essentially getting the pro-level features on a budget drone, making this much more closer to the DJI Mini 5 Pro. I would actually say that the quality from this drone is super nice. And while this is not gonna be the same exact quality as the DJI Mini 5 Pro, I guess for many, especially those that aren't maybe the most professional just yet, this is gonna be indistinguishable from the more expensive drones. And the 10-bit D-Log-M footage looks great, and you can really push those colors in post-production thanks to the 10-bit and D-Log-M. And also, if you like the way I color grade D-Log-M footage, you can find my LUTs in the description below, with which you can edit in one click on DaVinci Resolve. One thing that is missing here compared to something like the Mini 5 Pro is the lack of the vertical shooting. Well, there is a vertical mode. It's gonna be a 2.7K crop in the middle of that shot instead of a real true vertical footage that you have from something like the DJI Mini 5 Pro. But I guess this is one of the things that makes the difference between the drones. And this has just a gimbal that is going in one direction. You cannot turn the camera into vertical mode. The DJI Lito X1 also has active track in 4K 60 frames per second, making those cinematic shots way easier to do, because now you can just select the person, object, building, or a vehicle and have the drone focus on that while you focus on the flying. Usually I do those shots by hand, and I really love to make those cinematic shots, but this option makes those shots much easier, especially for those that are just beginning. Maybe you're not skilled enough to have focus on so many inputs at the same time, making this an amazing improvement for both beginners and even professional pilots. Not only that, this drone actually has 42 gigabytes of internal storage, so if you don't have an SD card with you or you forget it, maybe you fill it up already, you can record straight to the drone, which is a really nice feature and a big convenience that, you know, the DJI drones tend to have. And this is another difference between this and the DJI Lito 1. And while I only had the limited time of testing with this because of the time constraints and also the weather here in Poland, I had to really push the boundaries of how much I can get with a single battery. And I have to say that the flight time is pretty nice. It's rated at about 36 minutes, and I would say that is about correct. I was able to push a lot of footage from a single battery in different locations throughout the day. So yes, the battery is pretty nice. So if you get something like the Fly More combo, you're probably gonna be set for the whole day easily. Or if it's something that you want to do in the long term. If you're enjoying the music in this video or in any other of my work and you would like some copyright-free music for your channel, check out the link down below for Epidemic Sound. With the link down below, you get a 30 days free trial. Also, I was flying this drone with the DJI RC2. This is the controller that I prefer. And while you also have the options with the no screen version, where it's gonna be a little bit cheaper, I do say always that the screen versions, the ones that have the screen built into it, are the ones to get. I just feel like the ease of use, the way how quickly you set it up and everything being in one unit, just makes it so worth it. So these controllers are my favorite, and this is the one that I used with it. And the image quality and the range of the drone with the controller is incredible. Overall, I think this is a really great addition to the DJI lineup. Right now I see it more like the DJI Lito is the beginner drone, this is being like the premium beginner, somewhere in between, and then the DJI Mini 5 Pro being the lightweight pro option. So essentially this is like the middle between the cheaper options, but still getting that premium features on the drone. And I have to say, this is actually the one I would recommend for many that want to start doing something in a better quality, but at the same time don't want to spend too much on a drone or maybe don't know too much about it. Overall, I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised at how good this drone is for the price that it is. It feels like the 80–90% of the DJI Mini 5 Pro, but at a significantly lower price. I feel like it's the nice sweet spot between the beginner and the premium drones. This is somewhere in the middle that gets kind of like the best of both worlds. The price of the cheaper one, but the abilities of the better one. If you have any more questions about the DJI Lito X1, leave them in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.